Alrighty, here with round one. I am on the play, and I decided to keep this hand. Oh, have fun. Thank you, Toffel. And here we go. I'm just going to lead with a sadder hedonist, just so my opponent thinks. Ooh, look at you! Just so my opponent thinks I'm on that plan. You know, thing to note. I'm gonna draw the third land. Hopefully. But if not, I have the plays, just hope so that my opponent thinks maybe I'm on this kind of red-green plan, or green-red plan. Baleful Eidolon. Well, a 1/1, I will trade off that 1/1 for my 2/1, easily. Yep, because my creatures are a wee bit better. And considering I have the blue up, target for removal probably. Oh cool, we each lose a life. No big deal. It would fight, they would trade. I'm not particularly excited about that. But what I can do is play land, play my 3/3, then leave up time to feed to trade off something and swing. Uh-oh. Ill-tempered Cyclops. I do have a 5-drop, so I could play time to feed and a 2-drop. I want to save this agent because what's going to end up happening is it's going to start being able to get in for just a ton of damage. And Monstrosity, although scary, is not quite there yet. So play that. Can activate to make it unblockable. Which is what I'm going to do. And then just play a 2-drop. Because with my time to feed backup, plus eventually I'll have this thing online, I'm not all too worried. Oh, plus my opponent's doing things like reading bones. You're gonna start dying soon. Yep. Ooh, 5-color crazy? 4-color crazy? Or you just played the temple for scry, which would be kind of silly. Ooh, bestow. Well, does that just get me? If he bounces it? No, because it costs 4. I want to be able to do it both in one turn. Well, let's see if I could bestow onto my courier, making it a 5. And it would force double blocks in order to trade with it. And it would leave me back with a 2/2 reach, which isn't particularly exciting. Or I can bestow onto my agent and start attacking for big games here. Well, you know, I say I bestow and pass turn. Actually, I might as well trade off. My Nessun Courier isn't going to be doing all too much. Yep, that's fine. Cast with Bestow on my agent. Oh, Lightning Strike. Okay. I still get my 2/2 with reach. I knew something like that was probably going to be coming around, but I figure it's what I have to do, because Lightning Strike would have killed the 3/3 anyway. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Gray Merchant. Oh, so this is what my opponent's going to be doing. Awesome. Don't think I'm going to be able to get around this, really. Alright, 6/5 with trample, lead me to victory. What's blue for? I don't know what my opponent's playing blue for, but Baleful Eidolon. Cool. 3/5 with Death Touch. Yep. Thassa. Is awesome. Oh, I can't fight them. That would have been crazy. So let's make my 6/5 unblockable and attack in for 6. Here we go. Thassa for the win. Oh, plus I get to scry. 1 a turn. Okay, my opponent's going to hit me for probably 5. I'll block the Harpy with my reach guy. Hit me for 3, down to 11. And unless there's multiple chaining of Gray Merchants, I'm going to be winning this race. Okay, scry 1. Put at the bottom of the library. Oh, and I draw a blue. Well, so it hits for 3. Another lightning bolt just gets me with this guy. I think, though, that it's something I have to try. Okay, gain 3 life. Let's make that unblockable, and let's attack for 8. And so unblockability is pretty good, from what I hear. A solid removal spell? Nope. Whenever you scry, it gets that much. Okay, hit me for 3. Down to 11. Scry 1. What do I got? Yeah, I'll take a random 3/3. Does unblockability matter in this instance? Or at that point, do I just waste a mana? Might as well give it unblockable, see what my opponent does. And then attack in for 6. Yep, awesome. So Thassa is pretty sweet. Get to Thassa win is essentially the way I'm going to play these games. Alright, so now I know what my opponent's game plan is, though. Black, red, whatever with blue to do things? I don't know. So, I mean, the game plan's probably not going to change all that much. I don't have much that's going to be able to fade into antiquity, artifact, or enchantment. I saw 3 bestow creatures, 2 bestow creatures, and both of them were the 1/1s with Death Touch. So, not great. I mean, I'm paying 4 mana to take care of if played for the 1/1, or yeah, no, I think I just run this back. I don't think it would be bad on the draw either, but that's the way the game's gonna end up playing. Let's see, opponent's deciding. Well, we know Thassa is good, so I'm not gonna mull. Plus, I've got 2 drop into 3 into 4, so that's just the way these games are going to play. If I draw blue anytime soon, I get Thassa out, and I have good games happening. Hopefully I draw another mana. And you know what, my sadder hedonists, those hedonists I really don't mind throwing in the face of a Baleful Eidolon. I don't even know if they're called Eidolons, I just like the sound of Eidolon when it comes out of my mouth. So I'm going to continue saying it that way. Mogus Marauder. To X target creatures gain Intimidate. Okay. That's fine. Do I trade here? Because if I don't, and I don't draw a land, I'm kind of screwed. No, I could take the 2. I'm going to be trading. Nessun Courier. Because this way, I can trade the Mogus Marauder, or the Mogus. It would be a chump attack on the part of the Mogus Marauder. Cyclops, sure. To another green. Chimera is where it's at here. But we're going to play that Chimera and just pass turn. Because, oh, it has flash. That was silly of me. I could have flashed it in. I totally forgot about it. It's got so many things. How can you remember all of them? Rage of Porphyros. Yeah. It would have been good to flash it in because then that wouldn't have happened. But nonetheless, my opponent spent his turn to kill my flyer, which is fine. I will take that. I will take that. It's kind of sad the way it happened, but okay. That would make it a 4-2, 4-3. Going in for the chump attack here. See if my opponent blocks. If my opponent doesn't block, that's awesome because I was just going to Feral Invocation it. Now I can play. Do I want to play an agent or do I want to just start playing Thassa? One, two, three, four, five. Oh, monstrosity happens. Well, monstrosity happens next turn, and what? It becomes a 6/6. Yep, Thassa is just getting played. Yep, if monstratize it, all it does is just give it 6 power. Sure, do an instant speed monstrosity. That's fine with me. Declare blocks. I will now block your 2-drop, and I'll take 6. Yep. Scribe 1. I'll put it on top. I will take an island. And okay, swinging for 3. Take another 6, put me to 12. Just trading here doesn't do much. Yeah, because I can just keep trading back and forth because I've got things to trade with. Plus it allows my opponent to just keep attacking. I'll send in 3 damage. Honestly, I could take 3 there. Or take 6. If you have another way to deal 6 damage to me, that's fine. Stone Giant. Monstrosity 7. Creatures without flying can't attack. Okay, so I have to find something to do this turn. Put on bottom. Or deal with Thassa. Whale there. So, can I kill my opponent? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 already has enough to. No, 6, 7, 8. So, playing off the monstrous. Can my opponent monstrous here? Or deal with Thassa. See if my opponent blocks. my opponent blocks, then I just Ferally Invocate. If my opponent's just holding land, my opponent wins. But take 4 and agent. Alright, do you have the land? Sip of Hemlock. Okay, well, that's game. Okay, well, hey, you know, sometimes those things happen. Now, something to note, I could have survived past that because I would have drawn a couple cards off of this if I would have flashed it in, so kind of major punt on my part. Because the Rage of Perforos is a sorcery, and had I flashed it in, I wouldn't have been able to Rage of Perforos it. So keep that in mind, Michael. I still think the deck is good. I want to be doing all these things that I'm doing with it, and I'm just gonna send it back. Alright, back, and yes, I would like to play first. No, I do not wish to mulligan, because I've got 2-drop into my 3-drop plus Ordeal. Depending on what my opponent's 1-drop is, if it exists, or even 2-drop, I could just suit up this Satyr, really. Just go super aggressive. Which isn't all too bad of an idea. That's what the Ordeal. Draw 2 cards. Extended Divination. And my opponent did mull, so. What do we got here? Baleful? Eidolon? No? Choices. Things to do? Alright, or not. Cool, Mountain. Alright. Into Bow. Okay. Well, the bow will get down and we'll see what it does. Why would I want to put 4 cards from my graveyard on the bottom of my library in any order? Whatever. I don't want cards in my graveyard, I guess. No longer in the tank, I guess. And here we go. Only thing that is unfortunate is that I will not be able to pay and activate, but good of Ordeal target as any. Let's see, opponent, do you have it? Are you going to 2-for-1 me here? With your, what, Magma Jet? Or the other one? Not Lightning Strike? Yep, hit for 3. And pass turn. Alright. Magma Jet? No, why do I? Ooh, and you're reading the bones. Okay. This is going to start getting dangerous for you, opponent. But this is actually a perfect opportunity for me to drop the bow. If I wanted to. Or I could just keep committing pressure. Nope, it's the bow. Because in response to some type of removal spell, unless my opponent has it here, I can save the Satyr. Baleful. Eidolon. Okay. Well, you know, that hampers my plans a little bit. Creature with flying, or I gain 3 life. Well, you know, I would like to draw cards. Agent. And I could leave this up to give it a counter, which is actually what I'm going to do. And I'm just going to pass the turn here. because I might have a way to deal with this 1-1. I might not, but I mean, alternatively, I can instant speed. Oh, I may destroy target artifact. Okay. Put a 1-1 counter on target creature. Let's put it on that target creature. Sorry, Bo, you died. Yep. Well, now's the time to just start getting attacky. Okay, I draw 2 cards. Yep. But I have a 2-drop backup. Somewhat unfortunate, and my opponent's going to have to find his Magma Lightning Strike, Toffle, or her Lightning Strike to deal with this. If I draw another land, I've got my Goliath out. Or I could just have my Infinite Blocker. Rage of Perforos. Okay. Man, my opponent's spending lots of the removals. Yep, it does. Cool. Please attack. Yeah, that's fine. Because I'm still a little bit ahead in this race. Straight target artifact or enchantment. That's cool. What I do here is just attack and then have my infinite blocker. And then next turn I drop the Nylea's Disciple and just gain a Beast of Life. Yep, sounds good to me. Oh man, 3/7 for 5 with no text. Yeah, I'll take it. Okay, let me see it. What trick do you have? Titan Strength. Oh, okay. That's fine. I got the trick out of my opponent's hand. And next turn I drop a 3/3 and gain 2 life. Grey Merchant. Well, my opponent gains 2 life as well. Yeah. And you drained me. Well, things aren't looking quite as pretty as I would hope they were going to. That land is actually a pretty good thing because Vulpine Goliath over here gonna be able to get some work done. It doesn't trade for both of them, unfortunately. Blood Harpy, cool, we each lose life. It's fine, play your Blood Harpies out. One, two, three, four, 5. Gain 5. So I hear 3/3s are pretty good. I guess I could have attacked with the Vulpine, induced a trade with the Grey Merchant, and then next turn I'd be able to attack with the Nylea's Disciple. And blocks are not quite favorable for my opponent. I don't know. So what I need is Thassa. Thassa would be awesome. Or to have kept my silly artifact around. Alright, so let's see. Oh, my opponent's no longer in the tank. Okay. Yep. So I want to be able to fight. I want to see Thassa. I'll take Savage Surge. Just be able to pump through some damage. Flame Speaker, sure. 2/3s are not. I'm not a fan of the 2/3s right now. Attack with Blood Harpy. Great. Okay. So block here. Well, let's send in with the Vulpine and see how my opponent blocks. I'm saying double block is, yep, that's fine. Okay. Yep. That's fine with me. I don't, because now my 3-power guys are going to be able to get through. And just hold up the turn. And smartly, we'll flash this Horizon Chimera in. Okay. My opponent has another trick. I could do that, or I could double block. No, let's see it. Let's see my opponent have another Titan Strength. Nope. Okay, cool. And from your graveyard to your hand. Okay, the Gray Merchant and that guy. And end step. Wild Celebrants. Okay. Okay. End step Horizon Chimera. Cool. Attacking for 3. Boom. Gray Merchant is going to get me for a bunch here. For 3. Two, 3, 4, 5. Draws another land, can play the Celebrants again, and no, but I still leave up the Voyage's End in order to bounce whatever scary play actually happens. Because I can gain 3, bounce the Harpy. No, I gain, unless there's a removal spell, I can, my opponent will play that. If I bounce a Harpy, my opponent only gains 2. Goes up to 5, plays the Harpy again, goes down to 4. I attack, I hit for 2 more, goes down to 2. That's not a good plan. Gray Merchant, sure. Voyage's End. Does it do anything? No, it doesn't do anything. Okay, go ahead and gain life. So this is actually kind of tough because I don't know how I want my attacks to end up happening. 1 card in hand. I could have saved 1 life by doing it this way. Yeah, I should have done it that way because this is the fastest way for me to be able to win. Yep. Let's put that on the bottom because I guess I wouldn't have drawn that other land. Let's attack in with the Chimera. Here my opponent would be at 2 rather than 3. So something to note. Or actually, after my opponent played the Harpy, my opponent would be at 1. My opponent replays the Harpy. Opponent's at 2. I still attack in. I still do 2 damage. So my opponent is looking to draw a removal spell. Alright, let's see the combat trick. Nope, okay. Yep, here comes the Harpy. We each lose a life. Had to have been a removal spell. Baleful Eidolon? Okay. Savage Surge. I believe that gets me. Actually. 4. Put on bottom. Put on bottom. Yep, I hit for 2. And I mean, insult to injury, I guess I'll also Savage Surge. No, that's really messed up. Whatever, do it. Guarantee the win. Yep. Woo! There we go. Got there. Oh, also had the fight thing to happen. So, that's a thing. Awesome. So, made it past round 1 in kind of a gritty, grindy game 3. There was things that I could have done to ensure that I got there, maybe. Because actually, even with the Baleful Eidolon, my opponent would have been at 1 after replaying that Harpy. So, things to know. The thought process went through my head, but the math didn't quite work out. Or, well, part of my brain didn't realize how the way the math was actually working out, but I guess I'll see you in game 2.